We started getting the Durodeen products from Coastal. Mainly we were initially using the external applied bar. Then we got into the glazing bars because we were starting to use the SV2 glazing tape, and it's actually quite a difficult little detail to spindle mould. So we've been buying the Durodeen glazing bar, which has worked very well. We can secret nail it and use the SV2, and we're getting a really good product. We then thought, hang on a minute, what's to stop us using it for our internal applied astragal bars? We've traditionally done the usual route. We've got our offcuts of Accoya. We've set them up as a rectangular section. We've scribed them on our spindle moulder. We've taken them over to the spindle. We've then run the shape down them. Sometimes it can be quite small sections, and then we've applied them to the window. And it's quite fiddly. We've got to initially plane the sections to size. We've got to scribe each end, and we've then got to run to the spindle moulder. So the big question was, can you scribe Durodeen? Okay. Durodeen, astragal bar, scribing one end. And scribe. Accoya. Premachined back to the bar. Damaged. No good for any good. This is classic Accoya glazing bar. We have to start off as a rectangle in order to get a scribe without any breakout. We then take it to the spindle moulder and we turn it into our glazing bar. As anyone would know, if we attempted to run it through the tenon as a moulded shape, we get a lot of breakout, and clearly that won't work. The Durodeen, we combine 3.6 metre lengths. We can run it straight through the single-headed tenon and we get a perfect scribe every time. So we're saving the time to plane down to the rectangles. These small sections we sometimes have to run the spindle moulder, which can be quite hazardous, and the additional process of running the moulding on. So all in all, simply taking a section of this, putting it in a single-headed tenon and machining it becomes very simple. So the big question was, can you scribe Durodeen? And the answer is yes, you can. You can scribe a section of Durodeen that's pre-moulded. We have an astragal style, double ovlo, call it what you like, doesn't really matter. It does not break out. That means we can buy 3.6 metre lengths, sit in a pack, the lads can pull a length off the rack, take it to the single-headed tenon, scribe each end, put it straight onto the window. We do this prior to the window being painted. That way the astragal bar and the window gets primed and top coated all as one piece, so we create a secret joint effectively. So we found it very good with regard time saving and quite honestly the quality of product. There's no knots, there's no splitting, there's no little cupping from the end of the planer, all the various standard items that can cause problems. It's not necessarily of itself the cheapest option, but when you take into account all the work involved in producing that, it has saved us a lot of time and quite honestly has saved us money as well. Machines very well, the waste has no issues. We're not obviously producing an awful lot of waste because it's pre-machined. It just goes in with our usual sawdust and we have no issues with that. We are tending to give it a light denib and a prime and then a top coat. I think you probably could get away with just top coating it, but we go through the process and we prime and top coat it. And all in all, it's been a great success and we'll continue to use it.